So in defense, we the contract actually we have a scope of work um, that says what's to be provided in the contract. Um, so making sure that whenever you initiate your project, that you know what the end goal is. You know, sit down and talk. Sometimes that's the hardest thing is in something that's not clearly defined. It's getting people in the room and setting aside and making clearly defined, rational, data driven decisions. If you don't have data, finding some kind of research that you can extrapolate something from. I mean, ultimately, you've got to do something, and there's got to be some kind of scientific type approach to your madness, or there's no structure. So, but it is different for my specific industry because they'll say, um, we want you to provide this service, like say that contract that I spoke of, where we had to provide field service technicians. So we had to be on call 24/7, 365. So immediately when something happens, you got to get the ball rolling. So we had to have a 90% mission capability rate. In other words, we had a report card that said you made it there within 24 hours 90% of the time. We were judged based on that, on failure, because if we weren't there to perform, if we weren't there in action, right, then we're not performing the contract. So we performed, and the expectation was 90% mission readiness. We ended up with 98% mission readiness. So that was a very high success rate, and they were very pleased with that. And it was one of the highest mission readiness levels that we've seen in a very long time. So that's why it was deemed a success.
So is there a certain matrix or something that somebody puts together
It's,
and
we are
values that?
So each organization, and man, so every organization you're in is going to have some kind of matrix, right? Because that's what that's what we do. Um, it's what we're judged by. Ultimately, that's what my goals are. Like so, my goals all have a matrix and a weighting to them, and if I meet or exceed based on my manager's opinion, that's how our merit increases and stuff like that happen. So it's it's pretty cool though to see kind of how all the matrix kind of flows to stuff.